Good day to all members of our Carleton community, and welcome to our Remembrance ceremony. My name is Brian Billings, Director of Campus Safety Services. I would like to start today by acknowledging that we are gathered on unceded Algonquin territory. Our ceremony today has been pre-recorded in keeping with Ottawa Public Health and provincial safety guidelines mandated as a result of COVID-19. We come together to remember more than 1.5 million Canadians who have served throughout our nation's history, and more than 117,000 who made the ultimate sacrifice to protect us and preserve our way of life and our utmost cherished values. Carleton University has a strong connection to our veterans. Founded in 1942, at the height of the Second World War, under the name of Carleton College, this school educated veterans returning home from war. Carleton's connection with Canada's military remains strong today. Many students, staff, and faculty are currently serving as Canadian Forces members or reservists, or they are retired military members. O Canada will now play, followed by the last post and several moments of silence. We will then hear the lament as well as the revive. The President will now lay wreaths on behalf of members of our community.
Dear colleagues everywhere, dear everyone, Remembrance Day is a day for quiet reflection, a day to remember those who gave up their lives in the quest for peace, and a day to remember the innocents who always wanted peace yet perished. It is also a time to remember the civilian and military veterans haunted by those horrific experiences that still plague their daily lives. Remember them always with kindness and gratefulness, for too many are no longer with us.
On behalf of our roughly 900 members, I want to extend the deepest gratitude to our veterans and our active military service personnel for their sacrifice, sometimes the greatest sacrifice, so that we may live the lives we live today. I am privileged to be a part of a generation and a part of the world that has never felt the direct effects of war, and that is in no small part due to those sacrifices. We must remain vigilant against the kinds of hate and intolerance and unbridled nationalism that fueled the Great Wars, so that those sacrifices will not be in vain, lest we forget. Thank you.
On behalf of undergraduate students, as Carleton University Students Association President, I add our voices today to those recognizing Remembrance Day. As the last generation that has grown up with grandparents and relatives who remember the war, I believe it is more important than ever to recognize and remember the atrocities that have occurred, those that are ongoing, and those that will arise if we continue to fail to understand and to resist violence. Lest we forget.
Good morning, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. I'm Benoît-Antoine Bacon, President of Carleton University. Thank you so much for joining us online today. It's a real honor to be here for our annual Carleton Remembrance Day ceremony. We're conducting it a little bit differently this year because of the pandemic, but that does not at all diminish the importance of this event. Today, we pay tribute to the thousands of women and men who sacrificed so much so that we could live in peace and freedom, which we should never take for granted. Notably, during a series of battles that have come to be known as Canada's 100 Days, soldiers from our country played a crucial role in the victories that led to the end of the First World War. Over 3 months, more than 100,000 Canadians advanced 130 kilometers and captured approximately 32,000 prisoners. This annual ceremony is a chance for us to honor generations of Canadian soldiers, those who died, those who were injured, those who came home scarred by their experience overseas. And I have a special thought for those they used to call shell-shocked, which today we would have been able to care for as survivors of post-traumatic stress disorders. Carleton was born in the Ottawa community with the express goal of meeting the needs of these brave soldiers and others involved in the war efforts, those who paid such a high price in their own lives for defending ours. They're the ultimate example of resilience, of purpose, and of fighting for the greater good. The tradition of serving those who need us, of course, has continued to be a defining characteristic of Carleton for all those years, and we show it every day through the pandemic. Let's never forget the spirit in which we were born as a university, and let us never forget the courageous men and women who ensured that we would be standing here today, proud and free. Thank you.
I'd like to close today's ceremony by asking Ian Lee to recite the poem In Flanders Field. Thank you for joining us today.
In Flanders fields, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amidst the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you, with failing hands, we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.